I didn't want to be left out of all the fun. What do we have? Maybe 10 left to speak? We've still got a few. It's really interesting whenever we start going down these paths of trying to figure out exactly what to do on a lot of bills. I know we all get emails, we all get texts, we all get calls. Do this, do that. We get urged this way, urged that way. Well, this bill is probably more personal than most. Whenever you go by to, in my area, Henderson County it started off as Dade Park, then it became Ellis Park. The Ellis family, I grew up with the Ellis family, very close to them. Not only that, J.C. Ellis was best friends with my uncle, and I have 3 uncles that trained horses. My grandfather owned horses, and Ellis Park was part of our family as far as I was concerned. I think we look at today as this was the crystal ball that no one had any idea. I can't honestly say 10 years ago, if I had the opportunity to expand gambling, I can't honestly say I would vote for that bill. This is not something that I typically go down that path. I think several of you all know I'm not a smoker, but I defend my tobacco company to the very end. I'm not a drinker, but I will defend the industry in my area and the jobs and the people that it supports. Well, this comes down to Ellis Park. These are jobs of people that are my neighbors. This is a place that my cousins worked growing up. My uncles provided a living between farming and racehorses, training and racing them to send their children to college. That was before several on this House floor had the luxury of attending college with Keys money paid by the lottery. I know several of you all have children and grandchildren that have had the luxury of Keys money. And I don't fault you for that, but I honestly don't think I've ever heard that someone refused Keys money because it was from something that was the government had authorized and had invested. 10 years ago, apparently, whenever this started, this was a lifeline for an industry that was withering. And 10 years ago, I can honestly say, we worried all the time what would happen to Ellis Park. We really did. 10 years later, I hear the only lifeline that saved Ellis Park to this point was what people did 10 years ago and start down this path. Very seldom do we have a crystal ball. It's hard to go back and look to see what we could have done in the future to have done everything just right. But I will tell you today, I will not stand on this House floor. I will not push a button to take a job away from an industry that supported my family. I will not be the one to open the door for my phone to ring another day for another person to go on unemployment because the fellow on the first floor hasn't paid for every single unemployment that was deserved till this point through this pandemic. I will not do it. You can question my morals. You can question anything about me. I am a God-fearing person. And God and I have had many talks about this. But at the end of the day, This issue comes down to one thing for me: the survival of the people in my district. And I will not turn my back on them today. I will be voting yes on this bill. I had no intention other than to push my button and sit quietly and do the very best I can to support my people. But I do think there are people that are on this House floor that need to know where I'm coming from when I push that yes. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for your time.